UC Olsen outshines JuJu Watkins during Iowa's upset win over USC. The Iowa Hokies women's basketball team faced one of its toughest tests of the 2024-25 NCAA season on February 2, as JuJu Watkins and the No. 6 ranked USC Trojans came to Carver Hockey Arena. Despite this excellent game, most of the focus around this contest was regarding Caitlin Clark, as she was having her No. 22 Iowa jersey retired after it ended. But Hokies head coach Jan Jensen said her team needed to keep the focus when speaking with the media on January 28. "What I've just told my team is what a moment. You get to be in this moment. We get to celebrate one of the greatest Hawks ever," Jensen said. "But once the game goes up, all the pre-game stories, then it just becomes us and them." She later added, "I've just tried to really keep them in their lane, and I think they understand that. They know the task is tall on Sunday, but it's also a really fun opportunity." The Hokies certainly stayed in their lane on Sunday, as they produced a 76-69 upset over the Trojans. The game's biggest star was Lucy Olsen, who finished the game with 28 points, while also adding 3 steals. While JuJu Watkins also produced an impressive 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Fans are asserting that Olsen has her number after the game ended. UC Olsen is looking JuJu Watkins in the eyes right now and telling her, "This is my city. This is cinema," Dallas Jones wrote. Another fan added, "Getting outplayed by UC Olsen in national TV is nasty business, JuJu." UC Olsen 28 points, 10 of 18 and 8 of 9 from the line. "Outplayed JuJu Watkins," added a third. While Watkins had an extremely respectable game, Olsen was certainly the star of the show. Southern Cal drops to No. 7 after loss. UCLA, South Carolina, Notre Dame remain atop women's top 25. Southern Cal's second loss of the season dropped the Trojans to 7th in the Associated Press Top 25 women's basketball poll Monday. The previously No. 4 Trojans were shocked in Iowa when the Hokies beat them 76-69 Sunday on a day Caitlin Clark's jersey was retired. USC's only other loss came at home to Notre Dame in November. UCLA, South Carolina, and Notre Dame remained the top 3 teams in the rankings. The Bruins received all 32 first-place votes in the poll from a national media panel, picking up the one that the Gamecocks garnered last week. The Bruins beat Minnesota 79-53 in their lone game last week to remain as the only unbeaten team in the country. South Carolina knocked off then No. 18 Tennessee and Auburn. The victory over the Tigers on Sunday came on a day when the Gamecocks retired the jersey of A'ja Wilson. Texas, UConn, and LSU all moved up a spot to follow the Fighting Irish. Ohio State, TCU, and Duke remained 8 through 10. Rising Wildcats. No. 11 Kentucky has its best ranking in 4 years behind first-year coach Kenny Brooks. The Wildcats, 19-2, who last were ranked this high in 2021, have their bye week before hitting a tough stretch of the SEC schedule to close the regular season. They still have games left against South Carolina, LSU, Texas, and Tennessee. The only 2 losses this season came against North Carolina on December 5 and Texas A&M on January 23. Conference breakdown. With no new teams in the poll this week, the Southeastern Conference remained atop the standings with 8 teams ranked. The ACC had 7. The Big Ten was next with 5. The Big 12 has 4 ranked teams and the Big East 1. Games of the week. No. 9 TCU at No. 12 Kansas State. Wednesday. First place in the Big 12 will be on the line when the Horned Frogs visit the Wildcats. Both teams are 9-1 in conference play. No. 5 UConn at No. 19 Tennessee, Thursday. These two will renew their rivalry with the Huskies visiting the Lady Vols. It will be the first time that UConn sees Tennessee coach Kim Caldwell's pressing style. No. 2 South Carolina at No. 4 Texas, Sunday. The Longhorns will try and avenge a 17-point loss in Columbia last month. South Carolina has a 1-game lead in the standings on the Longhorns, Kentucky and LSU.